Hey guys, it's Ariel. The energy feels it feels restful, but it feels like, honestly, I'm just gonna explain it the way that it is actually coming through so there's no, miscommunications. It feels like an annoyance of maybe a person that we had become, a version of someone that we had become, almost like we had become exactly what we didn't want to become. And now that we are out of that, it is this releasing of the irritation of the fact that it happened in the first place. It's a lot of energy though, fuck. Sometimes the energy feels very new. It feels very active. It feels very upbeat. It feels very rejuvenating. This energy right now I'm feeling in the collective, in our collective, and you don't have to force anything to resonate. This is just me sharing what the energy is right now for myself and for the collective that I'm in. It feels like there was something that had a task to make you fail. Something was on a mission to get you to break and to get thrown off course, and you might have gotten wobbly, maybe messed up a few times, because it's all divinely orchestrated, and now you're back on a better track, but it's like, I can't believe that shit. Okay, I'm just going to keep describing the energy so that way I will articulate it in many different ways, so that way the point gets across as to what this truly does feel like right now. And don't mind the mess. I'm so involved with my spirit right now, with my healing and just feeling into where I'm at and where I have been, that these things don't matter to me right now. I'm just really literally sitting in the energy of the past. It's almost just like this in-between world, right? It feels like we were on a mission through hell and we made it out, and now it's just a revisiting and a releasing of the trap that we were in, or what felt like a trap. It feels like almost a relearning of how to navigate society after going places where I embarked on a spiritual journey within and without. On the outside and on the inside, I went through a lot of spiritual initiations and awakenings, some that I will never explain because God told me that there are some that I will never share because it is only for me to have seen that, and to describe the places that I went would be a disservice to my community. But the things that I heard and saw were not of love. They were not even of what we as humans would refer to as resentment. This was pure sinister energy that I was navigating through. And it was scary. And that's not an understatement. It was scary. It feels like, this is what it feels like, you guys. I don't know how many people will resonate with this. I'm not worried about that. I know the correct ears will stumble across my videos. That is the intention that I have set with God in this co-creation of life, in this path. And my content is not for fame or for clout. It's for the people that need to hear the messages. I don't feel like I resonate with that many people in my everyday life. I feel very lonely sometimes because there are things that I have seen and places I have been, yes, spiritually and physically, and I know that God is intending for me to connect deeper with people, more authentic with people. It's just that in my physical reality, I haven't seen many. I feel I'm getting emotional because I've always felt this way, but now I like know that it is a fact about me. Whereas before it felt like a worry, now it's a knowing. There are not that many people like me, like us, if you are resonating. And I am not matching people's energy anymore. I'm not pretending to be like other people to make them more comfortable. I'm not pretending to laugh at their jokes. I'm not pretending to be into conversations I'm not really into. And because I'm unwrapping myself and becoming more authentic than I already was, which was already very authentic, it was just authentic and also people pleasing. Now I'm like, no, I really don't care about this. I'm not going to pretend to. And it's not mean to not pretend for someone. It's not mean to show someone that you are genuinely not interested in what they're talking about. That's not mean. What would be mean is pretending to be interested in what they're talking about, getting them to get excited about what they're talking about even more because you're pretending, but you actually don't care. So there's this inauthenticity between the conversation. And then you got yourself into a conversation you don't really want to have. See, I don't get into conversations I don't really want to have anymore. Like, I save myself a lot of energy because I'm just like, I really don't care about this. And then with people that I genuinely do want to have that conversation, a lot of it right now is online. A lot of it is DMing people from some people from my past, but, comments on YouTube and connecting in this way. Looking back on all of the times that I lowered my intellect to remain in friendships with people that, when shit hit the fan and I lost my grandparents and my 2 dogs all in a span of a couple years, and for everybody to just have disappeared on me and not one person messaged me, and I spent so much time and energy exuding so many fucks to give about these people that when I was actually in turmoil, they had nothing to say, and they actually just like stomped on me with their foot even farther into the dirt. Like, fuck you, Ariel. And like, this is what the truth is. This is the truth. And that's what they don't want me in their life, because they don't want to look at the fact they were really mean to somebody that loved them. They'll have to deal with that forever. And I'm just supposed to keep pretending. I'm supposed to keep pretending that everything's fine. Like, they're good people. Like, what they did was righteous. Like, what they did to an innocent soul, myself, my past self, that was hurtful. And they were all being hurtful. They all gathered together and all decided, let's hurt her while her grandparents are dying. That was evil intent. That was malicious intent. And these are people now that try to act like everything is fine and like none of that happened. And I'm sitting here like, oh my God. And now my journey through that darkness that I was talking about, through that hell that I was sent through, I'm grateful for it, because I don't connect with everybody, and that's okay. I'd rather walk a lonely path and meet a few souls along the way that are unforgettable and undeniably real than to walk a path full of friendships of people that have ill intent, hidden intent, jealousy, evil eye, black magic. I don't want that. So when I chose the solo path and I told God I would rather live in a box outside and be happy with who I am than to live in a mansion and have everything in life but be confused about who I am. I lived in a box outside. Yes, granted, I did have somebody with me that I loved wholeheartedly, and there were struggles, but I got what I wanted, and now I know who I am, and now I am manifesting a place, not a box, a home. So I guess what I'm trying to say about the energy I'm feeling right now is that as I like meet people in my day here at work, there's like maybe a few I can count on my hand interactions that are so just real and exciting and wow, you know, and I can feel them, how real the authentic chord is that's being built because they're regulars. And then it's like there's so many people that are just in a humble way. I'm never going to see them again. And they don't have any soul. It doesn't seem like they have anything behind their eyes. It just seems like they're mindlessly walking through life. And now I know that I really did wake myself out of that slumber because I can see now. I'm glad. It's just lonely sometimes, but it's okay. I'm grateful. And you guys, it's to the point where when I'm having these real interactions, sometimes I feel so happy that I'm having a real authentic interaction that I'll get emotional with a customer just because I'm like this one's real. This connection's real. Like I'm talking to somebody that like has a personality, is connecting with me over something we resonate with. I get emotional every time I make a connection that's authentic because that's how much authenticity is lacking in this world right now. And that's the loneliness I'm letting move through me. And I know people are waking up, and there will be more people embarking on the journey that I started long ago. And then I know I still have such a long way to go. It's eternal, of course, but I do feel a lot more present than I ever have in my entire life. And it is lonely sometimes, but you guys on YouTube make me really happy, and I connect deeply with you. I'm happy that people's masks are falling off. I'm more than happy that I am a safe place for them to do that with. I can tell that people just sigh of relief when I don't judge them over something that somebody else would. They're like, oh, you're so nice. Like, because I'm just like, hey, we're all human. You're chill. And they're like, what the? Because it's really hard to find people that don't judge you. It's really hard to find people that give you a safe space to unwrap yourself the way I'm doing, slowly but surely. It's emotional, and if you're afraid to feel, you're not going to enter this journey. You have to feel so much, and you have to feel deep, and you have to feel heavy. You have to feel all the icky stuff. And then you get rewarded with higher levels of joy and deeper connections around you. I'm going to leave it right here. I love you guys, and I'm always with you. And I want to say one last thing. There are a lot of connections from my past. The people that I'm talking about, the people that when it came down to something real and true, which was my grieving, everybody really showed who they really were and their intentions with me at that time. And if these people were to ever want to return, I would love to have a conversation, but my heart won't lie. If there is no space for somebody like that in my life, then I will be truthful and honest about that. If there has been revelations and healing and awakenings, then I will be able to see. And I love everybody from my past. No matter what they did to me, I still have love for them. It's just, I'm going to be very honest with everybody from this point on. I love you.